It's Reese, Boxing Guru. We're over here in Nuys, California. 10 Goosen Boxing Gym next door. They've got Left Hook Barbershop, so I'm here with Ricky Funez. And Ricky, do you just want to give us a rundown about how the idea for the barbershop came about?
How did all it go about?
Yeah, how did it start?
So, you know, I've been running the family business for going on 10 years, 10 Goose Boxing, you know, run by Joe Goosen, his brother Dan, who passed away. You know, so it's a family of 8 brothers and 2 sisters. You know, the last name is Goosen. So they started a promotional company back in the 80s. They shortened up to 10 Goose. And it was a successful run. Then they started opening up the boxing gym here in the early 90s. And you know, what better thing to do is a barbershop. I was going to go with uppercut, but I'd rather stick with left hook.
Yeah? So you always fed up all the guys in the gym?
There you go. We send them here back and forth. Some come, some don't, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the business.
Getting fresh before the fight?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go to the sort of boxing side of things. And obviously, Goosen, like you said, it's an iconic gym, done very well over the years. One of my favourite fighters was obviously trained by Joe as well, in Diego Corrales.
Oh, that was one of my good friends.
Yeah, he's one of my favourite all-time fighters.
Well, him and Castillo.
Yeah, that fight is my favourite all-time fight.
That made him who he was, you know.
Yeah.
We became very close. At first, he was uncomfortable because we had a fighter named Joel Casamayor.
Casamayor, yeah.
Who ended up beating. We were working that corner. We ended up beating Corrales.
Yeah.
Then Corrales ended up leaving us, and we ended up getting Corrales. And then we ended up fighting Casamayor and ended up beating Casamayor. Yeah. And in that year, we ended up winning 3 world titles for Joe.
Yeah.
With Corrales, and I'm knocking out Arcelino Popo, Fridas, and then Casamayor.
He was undefeated at the time as well.
Yeah, he was undefeated, and then we ended up beating Castillo.
Yeah. And which was the fight, the refight.
It was huge, man. Especially that fight. And I still remember Corrales. I still have a dog that he gave me. It's a toy poodle named Cookie. Yeah. And I still have that dog to this day.
Yeah. I remember I was fighting myself as an amateur when I'd heard the news that he had died as well, and I remember actually going into the fight, and I remember just like I had it in my thoughts sort of as I was going in there, and I won that night as well. So
May 7, 2007, when he passed away. Yeah. 2 years, and it's the anniversary.
Yeah.
Of his boxing fight.
So yeah, R.I.P. Chico Corrales. Yeah. Yeah, top lightweight. So obviously, the amount of fighters you've had in and out of this gym, you've had fellow Brit Amir Khan.
Amir Khan.
Guys, up until very
I was just in London before I even opened up the barbershop. Actually, the barbershop was in process of being open when I was in London.
Right.
For Amir Khan.
Yeah.
That was a tough fight for him. It was a good tune-up fight for him. You know, now he's gonna have a big tough fight in front of him. Crawford. And I like Amir Khan a lot.
Yeah, so he's got a huge fight on his hands, obviously. He's fighting Terence Crawford. He's gone back over to Virgil Hunter under his tutelage over in San Francisco for this fight. Obviously, like you've already said, it's a tough fight. It's a big ask. But you can never write off his hand speed. He can cause anyone trouble with that sort of hand speed.
He was giving Canelo problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Until he got caught in the 5th round. I thought he was winning the fight. And he just got caught with the old right hand with Canelo and lights out. But you know, he always had chin problems.
Yeah.
So, but the main thing about him, he gets right back up.
Yeah. It's got heart, there's no doubt. Give us a breakdown about how you think that fight's going to go.
Man, look, I like Amir Khan a lot. This is going to be a great challenge. It always depends how he's going to look in the first 2-3 rounds. Because remember, Crawford turned southpaw and right-handed. And he's strong with both hands.
Yeah.
You saw what he did with Molina. I'm not saying Molina is at Amir's caliber, because Amir Khan is a higher caliber fighter. Yeah. I just hope Amir still has those legs and he could move and he doesn't get caught. So it's gonna be a good fight.
So let's go over sort of some other going-ons in the world of boxing. Let's see what a guy's experience with himself thinks.
Anthony Joshua, what do you think Anthony Joshua with Baby Miller?
Anthony, I personally think it's a joke of a fight. I think Big Baby Miller doesn't deserve the shots. I think they're doing it because they want to get expose Josh. They want to expose Joshua a little bit more to American audience. But personally, I think Dillian Whyte, after the fights that he had last year, beating Lucas Brown, beating Joseph Parker,
That was a good one. That was a good fight.
He's literally fought anyone and everyone to try and get himself to where he is, and for some reason Dominic Brazil's still got that mandatory spot.
I trained Dominic Brazil when he was an amateur.
Yeah.
He made it to the Olympics. It's really hard to make it, but there was not really nobody in that time in going to the Olympics. Dominic Brazil, I don't think he has a shot with Anthony Joshua at all.
So what about Dillian Whyte? It's been talked about now that maybe the fight between Dillian Whyte and Brazil might happen, and then the winner of that, obviously, he'll be mandatory in a fight for the WBC title. How does that go down?
Well, but you still got Deontay Wilder. You can't count him out because I think he's still a beast. There's reasons why that fight is not happening him in between Joshua. I think that would be a hell of a fight.
So do you think Joshua, not necessarily Joshua, but do you think Eddie Hearn doesn't want no part in that fight with Wilder?
I'm not sure yet. If the money's right, I'm sure everything's gonna be possible. But right now, I believe Anthony Joshua is Eddie Hearn's,
Golden Goose.
His cash cow, his cow.
So out of the whole heavyweight division, obviously we've got Anthony Joshua, we've got
Fury,
we've got Wilder,
Parker still.
We've got Parker, we've got White. I mean, there might be some other sort of shocks, twists and turns, but if you look at Joshua, Wilder, and throw Fury in the mix, because he's the man who beat the man, he's got the lineal championship, so to speak, and never had his titles took off him by anybody in the ring. Who do you see coming out on top out of those three fighters if they were all to fight? Who come out on top?
Wilder, I thought that was a very close fight with him and Fury.
Do you think it's close because of the knockdowns, or do you think...
Close because of the knockdowns. That's the only reason.
Do you not think Wilder...
I thought he was losing most of the rounds.
Yeah.
Because Fury was boxing and moving around. For a heavyweight, he moves like a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Foot incredible, movement, and he's cocky, it makes it exciting.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm not sure if the rematch has been made yet,
No, not yet. I think it's still a spanner in the works because Fury's just signed that $8 million deal with ESPN. So I think that's sort of going to throw a spanner in the works because I think ESPN wants Fury to have a tune-up fight before he fights Wilder.
How many tune-up fights?
Well, one, so I've heard. So rumours say, but it's kind of stole that rematch away from the fans because that was probably one of the biggest fights of the year, obviously, because of what happened in the first fight.
That was really good.
How do you see the second fight playing out?
Wilder will knock him out.
You think?
Yeah. I think he's going to come out with a different game plan.
Right.
He has the power.
Oh, yeah.
Fury doesn't have that power to knock out Wilder, but anything can happen.
The only way I see it is, I mean, we don't really know with Wilder. I mean, to be fair, we do because obviously he went 12 rounds with Stavern and then he fought Stavern again, and obviously White.
Who was that?
Wilder.
I think Wilder knocked out.
He won the WBC title against Stavern with a 12-round decision.
Really?
Yeah, the first when he won the title,
the first one.
And then second he just wiped him out. Fury.
That's how I feel he's gonna come out with Fury.
yeah. Well, Fury.
Just to make a point,
Yeah. Well, I feel like Fury is very good at learning from his mistakes as well. Really, because he's got good boxing acumen. I think he can probably deal with Wilder in the next fight. When he fought Derek Chisora, he had a hard time the first time. And this was a Derek Chisora who...
And I became a fan of Fury that night.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
And
I became a big fan.
This is a prime Chisora who took Vitaly Klitschko to the brink over 12 rounds. This was a good Derek Chisora. And in the second fight, he made Chisora retire on his stool. So, I mean, changing that subject, I thought Joshua was gonna... He got saved a lot on that fight with Klitschko. I didn't think Klitschko couldn't finish him off. I don't know why. He could have finished him off. He just didn't. Well, he was an old man as well.
Yeah, but still, he hurt Joshua good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he hurt him, man. And I thought he was gonna finish him off. It happens.
Well, this is my whole argument. I mean, I like Joshua. Don't get me wrong, but I think Fury. I think Fury's top dog.
I think Fury's going to give Joshua a lot of problems.
I do, because I think Joshua went life and death with Klitschko, and an old Klitschko, whereas Fury.
And Fury goes in there. And Fury goes in there. I believe Fury goes in there like he has nothing to lose, and that's what I like about him. cocky. His, kind of remind me of a fighter that you want to see him lose, but now I want him to win.
Yeah. Well, he had a big battle coming back from mental health, depression. I know he said he nearly drove his Ferrari.
Yeah, I was with sitting down behind his brothers were behind me at the fight.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was, man, the England fans, huge fans.
Yeah. Well, we saw 80,000 at Wembley, 80,000 people to watch one boxing event.
That's
so
huge, man.
We love our fight, but it comes from the sort of football culture as well.
Yeah.
Like, soccer, like you would call. And like I said, we fill out stadiums, 80,000, 70,000 every week.
Yeah.
And
I feel like taking my nephew to fight in England, and making get a lot of English fans over there.
Yeah, well, let us know if you do.
My nephew's really good. He's good. He's fighting on March 31st. But I was talking to a former champion or contender. Is Kevin Mitchell? Is it Kevin Mitchell?
Yeah, Kevin Mitchell. Yeah, from London.
Yeah, one of my friends. He's from London. He's from Qatar. He lives out there.
Right. Yeah.
And he's being trained by Kevin Mitchell.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kevin Mitchell lives in Qatar now.
No.
Oh, he's from Qatar and he lives in London.
No. My friends live in Qatar.
Yeah.
But they live in London as well.
Right.
But he's being trained by Kevin Mitchell at
a gym down
at box.
Yeah.
Boxing gym or whatever.
It's in East London, I think it is.
Yes.
It's from West Ham.
I was there. It was nice gym.
But he was very unlucky, Kevin Mitchell. I think he fought Linares.
Yes.
That was his last gig.
Yeah.
And he also fought Michael Castidis back in the day as well. The Australian.
Yeah, guy. He was badass.
Yeah, he liked to scrap.
Did he lose to him?
He lost to Castidis. He lost. I think he fought for a world title 3 times. Every time he lost.
Yeah,
he fought Ricky Burns as well. Do you remember Ricky Burns?
Yeah.
So yeah, fully 3-weight world champion.
Let me tell you. But you know what? A lot of fighters wish they had that opportunity to fight for the world title.
Yeah.
He has the ability to defend and say, I fought for the world title. Even though he didn't make it. Yeah, me as a pro, I sucked.
Yeah.
I had only 4 professional fights. But these guys, if you speak about, they made it to be contenders and to fight for the world title, a title challenger,
Well, an old amateur teammate of mine is Martin Murray.
What's his name?
Martin Murray. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He fought Golovkin.
Yeah.
He went 11 rounds. Went 11 rounds
until he knocked him out.
Yeah, and that was the furthest anyone had took Golovkin until Jacobs went the distance with Golovkin. But he fought Sergio Martinez in Argentina as well.
Sergio Martinez.
Yeah, where HBO had him up on the scorecards at the end of the fight, and obviously they gave it to Martinez.
But you let England, they love the fighters, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you guys love the fighters.
Yeah, we invented the sport. Max was creating the rules.
Badass. I want to go there, man. I want to go to England again now. James Miguel?
Yeah.
He was here at the gym when he fought in LA. His last fight before his last one.
What do you think about his last fight against Eubank Jr.?
I didn't even see it. How did he look?
Terrible. Terrible.
Who won? Banks won that fight?
Eubank Jr. won.
Good. Did he look good?
Eubank Jr. is Eubank Jr. In my opinion. He's.
You know who I liked a lot too? Who I became a fan of, and he's very basic.
Yeah.
Is he beat Porter?
Brook.
Kell Brook. Look, Kell Brook is very, very basic in boxing, and Porter, when he fought him, Porter was throwing punches from all over the place. And Brook.
Kell
Brook just 1, 2, left by very basic punches, very basic. He won that fight.
Yeah. Well, he comes from the.
You don't like him, man? I could tell.
I think he was fairly talented, but I think he's been managed poorly. I think he's been fed cannon fodder like Jojo Dan and Frankie Gavin, a kid from the UK, and he's just not had the greatest defences. I think his career could have been managed a lot better. Talking about, obviously you talk about Brandon Rios, let's go on to another Robert Garcia fight, to Mikey Garcia.
That's going to be huge. You know what? With the confidence that Mikey Garcia has right now, there's something that you cannot stop a fighter with that kind of confidence. And I see Mikey Garcia from 130 go up and look, been dropped, get back up, and it kind of reminds me of Tito Trinidad. When Trinidad used to get dropped, and he'll come back and murder you. Kind of reminds me like that. When he fought Sergey Lipinets his last fight, Sergey hit him with some bombs, and I'm surprised Mikey didn't even go down. So I was very surprised. You know what? Errol Spence is a bigger guy. Mikey is a precise puncher, man. He's badass. I'm a big fan of him.
And you think?
And I'm a
do you
fan
think he
of
can do it?
Huh?
Do you think he can do it?
I believe it.
Right.
Just knowing the way he speaks and his confidence and the way he's backed up his fights, I'm a root for Mikey because I like him. His brother's one good friend. I like Mikey as well. I mean, Errol Spence is a badass, and I don't want to be biased either. But you know, he's my friend, and I'm a root for my friend.
And if Mikey beats Errol Spence, where does that put him in the equation, pound for pound?
Pound for pound.
Do you think he's top?
Oh
top
yeah,
dog?
wait, come on, he's beating another young. Look what he did to Kell Brook to win the title. Broke his other cheek.
Who, Golovkin?
No, I'm talking
Errol
about
Spence.
Errol Spence.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
exactly,
broke his other cheek.
Yeah. Well, fair one, yeah. But that's what's damaged him, though, hasn't it? That's what's done him.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? That's what happens when you throw someone into the lions, which I don't think anyone should have done that. But
So that's what Mikey wants. Mikey wants challenge.
yeah.
And I believe by him challenging himself to a bigger guy, he's gonna have to prove a lot. You know, and he's a strong puncher. I seen him knock out guys on the. I like sitting ringside, so I like watching him knock these guys out. Just remember, Left Hook Barbershop, or whoever's from England and wants to come and visit the boxing gym, Goose Boxing, come and visit Left Hook Barbershop and get a nice haircut.
And put bets on all of Ricky's predictions. And if you lose, come and see Ricky.
You saw my predictions, so I'm not saying the guarantee, but like I said, one punch can make anything change. That could change the outcome of any fight.
This is boxing.
Boxing Guru.
Yeah, Ricky Funez.
Ricky Funez at Goose Boxing.
Cheers, my man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.